It's May 2025 and the world's eyes are on a heated exchange between Trump and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, with Malema, the firebrand leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, the EFF, stealing the spotlight without even being in the room. This clash is the latest chapter in a saga of disagreements, misunderstanding, and outright controversy between Trump and Malema. So what's got these two at loggerheads? Julius Malema, the 44-year-old leader of the EFF, is no stranger to controversy. Known for his red beret and unapologetic rhetoric, he's a polarizing figure in South Africa, pushing for radical land reform and economic justice for black South Africans. His chants of "Kill the Boer," an anti-apartheid song from decades past, have sparked outrage among critics who see it as inciting violence against white farmers. South African courts, however, have ruled it's not hate speech when viewed in its historical context, a point Malema and his supporters fiercely defend. Enter Trump, who in May 21, 2025, meeting with Ramaphosa, used these clips to fuel his narrative of a so-called white genocide in South Africa, a claim widely debunked by fact-checkers. Trump's fixation on Malema stems from a video montage he presented featuring Malema's fiery speeches. He even suggested Malema should be arrested, mistakenly calling him a government official. Ramaphosa, the South African president, corrected him, noting Malema's EFF is a minority opposition party with just 9.5% of the votes in the last South African election. But Trump wasn't having it, waving around articles from conservative outlets like American Thinker and claiming they showed evidence of mass killings of white South African farmers. One problem: some of his evidence, like a photo of burial sites, was actually from a report about violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo, not South Africa. Malema didn't take this lying down. He fired back on X, mocking the meeting as a quote, "a group of older men gossiping about me in Washington," end quote. His party hailed him as a revolutionary, shaking up the quote, "corridors of imperialism." The EFF clarified that "Kill the Boer" symbolizes resistance against white minority control over South African resources, not a literal call to violence. This response only deepened the divide, with Trump allies including Elon Musk amplifying the white genocide narrative, while Malema's supporters see him as a champion against Western interference. The controversy isn't just about one song or one meeting. It's a clash of worldviews. Trump, leaning on far-right talking points, paints South Africa as a hotbed of anti-white violence, using Malema's rhetoric as Exhibit A. Malema, meanwhile, sees Trump's accusation as meddling, accusing him of distorting South Africa's complex history for political gain. This isn't their first rodeo either. In February 2025, Malema slammed Trump for claiming Pretoria fuels violence against white landowners, vowing not to be bullied by him or Elon Musk. Back in March 2025, he took a swipe at Trump's decision to cut US aid to South Africa, suggesting the country could turn to China and Russia instead. This feud highlights deeper tensions, race, land, and power in post-apartheid South Africa versus Trump's knack for amplifying divisive narratives. Malema's push for land expropriation without compensation, seen by supporters as righting historical wrongs, reads to Trump and his base as a threat to white farmers. Yet, data shows violent crime in South Africa affects black communities far more, a point Ramaphosa tried to make in the meeting. Trump's focus on Malema ignores this broader context, turning a complex issue into a soundbite. For Malema, the attention is a double-edged sword. It elevates his global profile, but risks painting him as a caricature of radicalism. For Trump, is a chance to rally his base with a narrative of victimhood, even if the facts don't align. The result? A transatlantic shouting match that's less about dialogue and more about scoring points. Thank you for joining us today. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you later.